Hey guys, did you know that just an hour west of Albuquerque there is over an 11,000 foot volcano? And did you know that you could take an off-road trail to the top of that volcano? I didn't either till we filmed this video. Today we're doing the Mount Taylor Trail. Let's go. The Mount Taylor Trail, located just outside of Grants, New Mexico in the Cibolo National Forest. This trail is going to be about 16 miles. It's going to take you 2 to 3 hours to get it done. So what can we expect? It's really just a gravel and dirt road for the most part. There is a shelf road that's pretty well maintained, and then at the end of the trail it gets really tight. You can expect some pinstriping. The modes I used were 4 high mud and ruts and 4 low rock crawl just when I came back down the switchbacks. The highlights are pretty cool. There's an old fire tower where you can look out and see practically everything in New Mexico, and then of course Mount Taylor itself. At the end there's this incredible camping spot. Please remember that our cameras have stabilizers on them so the hills are not going to appear as steep and the bumps are not going to be as rough. Also check out the review at the end of the video. Let's go. So I'll be honest with you, the first few miles of this trail are pretty underwhelming. You're just kind of driving on this gravel road that a sedan could drive on. I mean, there's a couple pretty things to look at. These white aspens are cool, but you know, I was getting worried that the trail was going to be like this the whole way. And it is not. Once you get out of these trees, you bust through, you start to climb, and then you get up to an incredible view at the watchtower, over 11,000 feet with 360-degree views on a pretty fun shelf road. That's more what I'm talking about. The trail totally surprised me once we jumped out of the forest. We climbed this pretty switchbacky shelf road up to the top where the fire lookout is. That's the trail that we're going to finish on, and we're going to end up right there at this really cool camping spot at the top of Mount Taylor that I can't wait to show you. Anyways, you have 360-degree views. We took a couple pictures of the truck, sucked in the scenery, and then headed back down the shelf road to where the trail gets a lot more technical and a lot more tight towards the end. So there you have it, the Mount Taylor Trail. I was a little bit worried about this trail at the beginning, I'll be honest with you, but once you busted through those trees and you got those 360 views, it was incredible. I was worried about the pinstriping. I was worried I was gonna have some scratches, but it's been raining for a couple of days. I've looked over it. I don't see one scratch. So kudos to Ford for making a white truck, because I'm sure if it was black, I'd probably have some scratches. Let's dive into the reviews. What we do on this channel is we review our trails 1 through 5, being fun, fear, technical, and scenery. For fun, it got a solid 3. I was actually surprised. You know, this is a good overlanding kind of type trail, or just a trail if you want to escape from the heat and get up into the top of the mountains. Any SUV can probably do this trail if they have enough ground clearance, at least the front part up to the lookout. The back part of the trail gets a little bit more technical, and we'll dive into that in a second. But all in all, for fun, it gets a solid 3. For fear, it's not really a fearful road at all. Even the shelf road is very wide. It's well maintained. It's a pretty steep embankment, but for the most part, there's no fear of falling off the ledge or anything crazy like that. Really, the only fear comes into at the end of the trail, where you have the tight switchback, and then all of a sudden you're in those skinny trees and you are rubbing, you know, tons of trees across your paint. That would be the only fearful thing involved, so it gets a 2. That leads us into technical. It's kind of a tale of 2 trails, if you will. The first part of this trail is literally a 1.5. The only reason for the 0.5, the shelf road. It is literally just a gravel kind of dirt road with like 1 or 2 baby rock gardens that you climb over. Any SUV, any all-wheel drive vehicle can take this trail. The back part of the trail, it gets a little bit more technical, and you gotta have high clearance and you gotta have 4 high because of the angles and what you're climbing over. So the front part 1.5, the back part is probably gonna be a 3. For scenery, I was worried. I thought that this was gonna be a boring trail stuck in the trees, and I was not. Once you get out of those trees, like I've mentioned, it opens up for some incredible views. The campsite at the end of this trail was incredible, and if I ever get back to this area, I know exactly where I'm gonna be camping. You're up on top of the mountain, but at the same time, you're surrounded on the north and south side by the peaks, so wind shouldn't be a major issue if you're up there camping. It's like the perfect saddle to camp on. Scenery, solid 4. Thank you so much for watching these videos. If you have any questions at all, please comment down below regarding this trail or any trail that you've seen. Thank you so much to the people that have subscribed to our brand new channel, and we're just trying to get out there and get more people introduced to the F-150 Ford Tremor as a platform. Until next time, we'll see you out on the trails.